Hello, in this video I'll cover 7 ways that you can raise a deposit to invest in property. Hi, I'm Andy Walker from Monoperty.com, where I blog online about my journey as a property investor and landlord, sharing what works for me and what doesn't to help you start or expand your property portfolio. Obtaining a deposit to buy an investment property can be the first stumbling block we encounter when we want to invest. So I'd like to mention the different ways that I'm aware of for raising finance. You may already know about most of them, but hopefully I'll introduce you to a couple of areas that you may not have considered or even heard of. Now, I'm not providing financial advice here, I'm simply highlighting areas that you can consider to obtain funds to invest. Let's do it. Personal savings and investments. If you have savings or matured investments, the chances are you can increase your return on investment by transferring those funds into property. If you're not convinced, take the time to do the research and do the maths to see what you could achieve. There's no harm in looking. Next. If you're at the right age, you might be able to withdraw a lump sum from your pension to get started, and some withdrawals can be tax-free. I recommend contacting a financial advisor for advice if you're unsure as to what you can do. Equity. Did you like that? It was to simulate the recent rise in house prices. If you already own property, whether it's your own home, a holiday home, or another investment, then you may have equity in there that you can extract. This is how I got started, although I sold my home to move into subsidised accommodation through my work and then looked at buying investments. I later found out that I could have just remortgaged that property to release the equity and could have kept that one as well. You live and learn. Inheritance. Often the result of a very sad situation, but by investing your inheritance, you'll add to your legacy. Now, the following methods are often referred to as using other people's money, or OPM. This is using a personal loan or a credit card. People take out loans and use their credit cards every day to buy expensive cars and other luxury items. Why not use those funds as a deposit to buy a property? Bridging finance can be completed within 2 weeks or less. This is a short-term loan, usually up to 12 months, but it can be more. The loan is secured as a second charge to an existing asset, like your home, or a first charge if you have an unencumbered property. They're generally more expensive than a mortgage, but they're good for speed and short-term finance if you don't want to increase your mortgage and tie yourself in for a longer term on your existing property. You will need a plan to pay back your bridging finance, and the most common method is to mortgage your additional purchase to then pay back the loan. So you take out your bridging finance, you purchase your property, you add value to it, you then mortgage at the higher valuation and clear your bridging finance. Got it? Gift. Now, a gift from family and friends would be very nice, but you could also return it to them at an agreed time and maybe with interest. And as a thank you for watching this to the end, here's a bonus one. Crowdfunding. And thanks to the internet, this is becoming very popular. It's a means of receiving small amounts of money from a lot of people, as opposed to large sums of money from just a few people. Traditionally, if you wanted to raise capital for a project, you'd have needed to have shopped around for wealthy individuals or institutions, including angel investors, banks, and venture capital firms. There are now hundreds of online crowdfunding platforms where you can showcase your potential project and have potential investors come to you. There's a few that have recently started that have been specifically designed for property investors. Crowdfunding is a big topic, and I don't have first-hand experience with it, not yet, but it is worth researching further if you want to find out more. I hope this video has been useful and that it's opened your mind to ideas as to how you can start or grow your business. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions, or if you'd like to share your experience on raising a deposit. I'd like to hear about it. And please subscribe by clicking that big red button if you haven't already done so that you don't miss out on any future videos, and I would really appreciate your support. Thanks again for watching, keep up the good work, and I'll see you in the next one. But it is worth researching more if you want to find out further. where you can showcase your potential. Traditionally, and venture capital firms. Oh, for 5 minutes.